up, champions! Today I'm going to give you some tips on how to choose an eFoil. Let's go! First, let's talk about what kind of eFoils you can choose from. They can be either inflatable or rigid ones. To be honest, I'm not a big fan of inflatable ones. They have too much volume, they are very unstable and very wobbly when you ride, which makes them harder to ride, harder to learn. Plus, they add extra level of hassle. You have to inflate them, deflate them, so I don't see any point unless you have really small car. Get the rigid ones and you won't regret it. So if you get in a rigid one, you can choose between the big standard eFoil like flightboard here or the short professional one. Obviously the big one has more volume, which makes it more stable and easier to learn, while the short one has less volume and perfect for sharp turns and fast riding. Now when choosing the length of the mast, you can choose between the short one like 60 cm or the long one like 75 cm. Obviously the long one will lift you higher, but the sensation is pretty much the same. It's a little bit harder to balance with the long one, while the short one is easier to balance, and obviously it's easier to transport because it's shorter and has less weight. So if you're getting started, I would suggest to get the short one, you won't regret it. Now it's very important to choose the right wings for you. If you're getting flightboard, you can choose between a bigger cruiser wing or a smaller flyer wing. And if you're getting lift foils, the range is even bigger, 110, 150, 170, 200 and 250. When selecting a wing, you need to consider several factors, such as your weight, the wind, the choppiness of the water and the speed you are going to ride. If you are over 80 kilograms, definitely get a bigger 200 wing or the cruiser wing. And if you are under 80, you can get 170 or a flyer wing. The bigger wing is going to give you more lift, so it's much easier to learn, especially if you are a heavyweight person. On the bigger wing, you can even tow other surfaces across the ocean on the regular foil. However, if you're a professional and you're going to do rapid turns, definitely get a smaller wing. It's going to give you more speed and give you sharper turns. The conditions and the weather where you're going to surf matter a lot, so try to pick the days with less wind and less chop. You can check websites like Wind Guru to see the weather, or an app called Windy. Another factor to consider is how long you're going to ride. If you're going for long cruising around, enjoying the scenery, get the biggest wing because it will use less power of your motor and less battery. That's pretty much it, guys, and the final tip: make sure you get your eFoil from trusted companies like Flightboard or Lift Foils, because it's a big difference between making a prototype that works and building a successful business that can ship internationally and provide quality service. And make sure avoid all Chinese copies from Alibaba, AliExpress, because the quality is just terrible and it will break on the first use. That's all for today, guys. I hope you found this video helpful. Keep floating. Cheers!
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town,